Hi everyone! Today, our group will be presenting our proposal on Oriental's coffee strategic expansion into France. When we think of France, we often think about cafe, coffee culture, and people enjoying coffee as part of their daily lifestyle. At the same time, consumers in France are becoming more interested in specialty coffee, authentic cultural experience, and international foods and beverage brand. This creates an exciting opportunity for Oriental's Coffee, a rapidly growing Malaysian coffee brand that is famous for its traditional Nanyang coffee and unique kopitiam culture. Therefore, our presentation will answer one important question: can Oriental Coffee successfully enter France and establish itself as a premium Asian specialty coffee brand? To answer this question, we will first examine the company itself, then evaluate the French market, determine the most suitable entry mode, and finally propose strategic alliance and expansion strategies for long-term success. Let's begin by understanding why Oriental Coffee is strong enough to go global. Alright, before we go into the details, let me briefly explain the overall strategy behind Oriental Coffee expansion into France. This strategy blueprint consists of 4 key steps. First, we examine the foundation of the company. Oriental Coffee has demonstrated exceptional growth, achieving RM 450.9 million in revenue in 2025 through its highly differentiated Nanyang coffee offering. Second, we evaluate the destination markets. France was selected because of its strong coffee culture, high purchasing power, and growing interest in specialty coffee and Asian culinary experience. Third, we identify the suitable entry modes. Based on our analysis, direct exporting is recommended because it allows Oriental to maintain control over product quality and proprietary roasting technique while minimizing initial investment risk. Finally, we create a strategic advantage through a combination of local replication and differentiation strategies, supported by strategic alliance with local partners. Together, these 4 strategies provide a clear and practical roadmap for Oriental Coffee's successful expansion into France. Now, let's begin with the foundation of the company itself. Next, before discussing France, it is important to understand why Oriental Coffee is ready for international expansion. Oriental Coffee was founded in December 2020 by Datuk Kelvin Chan Jan Chern in Puchong, Selangor during the COVID pandemic. What makes this story remarkable is the speed of its growth. In just a few years, Oriental Coffee expanded to 34 outlets across Malaysia and Singapore. Financially, the company has also achieved outstanding results. In 2025, Oriental Coffee recorded revenue of RM 450.9 million and a net profit of 60.75 million. This strong performance led its listing on Bursa Malaysia's ACE markets in January 2025, achieving a market capitalization exceeding RM 2 billion. Beyond financial success, Oriental Coffee's leadership remain highly involved in maintaining quality standards across all outlets, ensuring consistency and preserving the authenticity of the brand. This achievement demonstrates that Oriental Coffee is no longer just a local coffee shop. It has developed into a strong established Malaysian brand with the resources and capabilities needed for international expansion.
Let's look at what makes us stand out in Europe: the autonomy of our signature cow flavor. To succeed in France, we need a unique product that sets us apart. Our flavor profile relies on 4 key pillars. First is the bean matrix, a special blend of Arabica, Robusta, and Liberica beans that creates a complex taste reverse cannot easily copy. Second, the roasting catalyst uses a traditional Southeast Asian style where beans are roasted with sugar, butter, and margarine. This leads to our unique flavor profile, giving the coffee a rich, smoky, and caramelized taste called cow. Finally, the service ritual introduces our traditional coffee cooling performance. This process cools the drinks, adds smooth air bubbles, and offer customer an authentic cultural experience. By controlling these elements internally, we protect our intellectual know-how while offering France consumer an unmatched cultural narrative. Let's talk about where we are taking it and why the timing is perfect. France is a market ready for Asian specialty coffee. Our location analysis highlights a powerful convergence of consumer trends that heavily favor our brand's entry. Beginning with a baseline of deep coffee integrations, where daily coffee consumption is already deeply woven into France's lifestyle across breakfast, work, and social gatherings. We are entering during the specialty shift, which marks a distinct consumer pivot away from commercial, traditional espresso towards premium, artisanal, and culturally unique coffee experience. This shift beautifully aligns with the massive Asian culinary boom currently taking place, evidenced by the surging popularity of Asian food and beverage concept in key urban centres. To execute our direct exporting strategy effectively while minimizing upfront risk, we have identified our primary target geographies as Paris, Lyon, and Marseille. These specific cities serve as ideal launching pads due to their highly diverse populations, progressive culinary scene, and dense tourist footfall, providing that the French market is actively looking for exactly what Oriental coffee has to offer.
Now, let's elaborate the French market by looking at both its opportunity and challenge. First, under cultural dynamic, French have a strong appreciation for quality, sustainability, and authenticity. Consumers are environmentally conscious and tend to prefer brands that respect local culture and value. This creates an opportunity for our Malaysian, especially coffee brand, to position itself as a unique authentic authentic product. Next, we have the tailwinds, which represent the positive market factors. France have a strong consumer purchasing power, access to the European Union single market, and a stable regulatory framework. These conditions make it attractive for premium specialty coffee products to enter and grow in the market. However, there are also headwinds to consider. France is known for its high labor costs, corporate tax, and strict employment regulations. In addition, labor strike can sometimes disrupt business operation and logistics. Overall, although, although operational challenges exist, the strong market attractiveness and consumer demand make France and promising destinations for our expansion strategy. To maximize our success in France, we will focus on three key customer segments. The first group is young newborn professionals aged between 20 and 40. They are highly active on social media, enjoy trying new international trends, and are open to exploring different coffee cultures. This makes them an ideal target for our specialty coffee products. The second group is the French Asian consumer segment, particularly those from the Asian diaspora community that seek authentic and nostalgic experience that remind them of home. Our traditional Malaysian Nanyang coffee and kopitiam inspired offerings can strongly appeal to this market. The third group is premium specialty seeker. These consumers have higher purchasing power and are willing to pay more for high quality import, import product. They value unique roasting method, brand storytelling, and authenticity, all of which align with our brand identity. By targeting these three customer groups, we can effectively position our Malaysian specialty coffee brand within the French market and build a strong customer base.
Next, we evaluate Oriental copy readiness to enter the French market by applying OLI framework, which consists of ownership advantages, location advantages, and internalization advantages. First is ownership advantages. Ownership advantages refer to the unique resources and capability that allow a company to compete successfully in foreign markets. For Oriental Coffee, one of its key strengths is Malaysian Nanyang Coffee brand identity, which differentiates the company from traditional European coffee brands. In addition, Oriental Coffee possesses proprietary know-how through its torrefactor-inspired roasting technique, which creates its distinctive cow flavor profile. This unique production process is difficult for competitors to initiate and create strong product differentiation. The company also benefits from an established supply chain and production capabilities in Malaysia, allowing it to maintain product quality and cost efficiency. Furthermore, Oriental Coffee offers not only coffee products but also a complete kopitiam experience through food pairing and coffee pooling culture. Second is location advantages. France provides an attractive market environment because coffee is deeply integrated in French culture and daily lifestyle. French consumers generally value premium coffee and cafe experience. At the same time, there is increasing demand for specialty coffee and international flavors, especially among younger consumers who are more open to trying new experiences. In addition, interest in Asian food and beverage culture is growing in France. This creates opportunities for Oriental Coffee to introduce its authentic Malaysian kopitiam concept while leveraging France's strong consumer purchasing power and stable economy. Third is internalization advantages. Internalization allows Oriental Coffee to retain direct control over product quality, brand consistency, and customer experience. By managing production export activity internally, the company can protect its proprietary roasting technique and reduce the risk of knowledge leakage. It also improves coordinations across the supply chain and allows the company to collect direct market from French consumers. Therefore, internalization supports stronger operational efficiency and long-term competitiveness. Overall, based on the OLI analysis, Oriental Copy demonstrates strong international expansion readiness, and France appears to be a suitable destination for market entry. In this graph, we will compare each entry modes based on two key decision factors: operational control and financial and brand risk. For Oriental Coffee, maintaining product authenticity and consistent coffee quality is important because its competitive advantage comes from its proprietary roasting technique and strong Malaysian brand identity. Wholly owned subsidiary provides the highest level of operational control. However, it also carries the highest financial and brand risk. This is because entering through full ownership requires substantial capital investment and resources commitment before actual market demand is fully validated. As a result, this makes it become a relatively high risk option. On the other hand, franchising or licensing, it requires lower capital commitment. At the same time, operational control becomes much lower because local partners are responsible for financing and operating the business. This may lead to inconsistency in product quality and weaken Oriental copy authentic kopitiam experience, which could damage brand value. For joint venture, the risk level become more moderate, but decision making has to be shared with local partners. This reduces Oriental Copy's ability to fully control operations and maintain product standards. Compared with this option, direct exporting offers the most balanced position. It allows Oriental Copy to retain relatively high operational control while keeping financial and brand risk low. By exporting coffee product directly, the company can protect its proprietary techniques, ensure product consistency, and test market acceptance in France without making a large capital commitment. Therefore, direct exporting is considered the most suitable entry mode for Oriental coffee's initial expansion into France.
For this slide, I will explain the dual engine strategy flywheel used by Oriental Coffee for its expansions into France. Basically, Oriental Coffee should focus on two things. So for the first engine, we can see on the left side is local replications. This means they should keep their origin, Malaysian taste and identity instead of changing too much for the local market. They should continue serving authentic fruit and drink and keep their traditional kopitiam culture. And next, for the second engine, we can see on the right side is differentiations. Because Oriental coffee stay authentic, it become different from other cafe in France, and this also help the brand stand out and give customer a unique experience. So together, these two strategies reinforce each other, maintaining authenticity, create differentiation, and this differentiation help the brand attract customer and avoid completely only on price. This slide is show us the market positioning of Oriental coffee compared with brands like Starbucks, Nestle, and Nespresso. As we can see, Starbucks and Nestle are positioned close to the mass market, while Nespresso focuses more on premium product. For the Oriental coffee, is placed in the top right corner because it offers both high quality specialty product and a culturally authentic experience. This makes it different from many existing competitors. Its unique selling point is not only serving coffee and fruit, but also introduce customer to nature, cafe culture, and heritage. In short, Oriental coffee have a chance to create its own special place in French market instead of competing directly with bigger global brands.
To successfully enter French market, Oriental Coffee should build an ecosystem of strategic local alliance rather than relying on a single partnership. Under marketing and distributor, the company can collaborate with established French food and beverage distributors to gain market access and better understand local consumer preference. Through e-commerce platforms such as Amazon French, Oriental Coffee can test market demand, increase brand visibility, and gather customer feedback with lower investment costs. For logistics and fulfillment, partnership with providers like DHL can ensure efficient custom clearance, warehousing, and delivery, helping maintain product quality and supply chain reliability. Finally, collaboration with cultural and tourism board through food festival and cultural events can promote Malaysian Nanyang coffee culture and strengthen brand awareness among French consumers. Together, this alliance reduces market entry risks and increase the likelihood of successful expansion into France. Rather than investing heavily from the start, Oriental Coffee should adopt a phased resource deployment strategy to minimize risk and support gradual expansion. In Phase 1, market validation. The company can export packaged products such as roasted white coffee, Himalayan salted coffee, and Kopi O 2-in-1 through premium retailers, Asian specialty stores, and e-commerce platforms. This requires relatively low investment while providing insight into consumer demand. If market response is positive, Phase 2. Cultural penetration focuses on building brand awareness through marketing campaign, food exhibition, and pop-up cafes. This initiative help introduce Nanyang coffee culture and test the cafe concept. Finally, in Phase 3, which is physical establishment, Oriental Coffee can open full-scale kopitiam outlets in major cities such as Paris, Lyon, and Marseille, after confirming success in the early phases. This step-by-step approach allows the company to learn, adapt, and grow while ensuring efficient resource allocation. In conclusion, Oriental Coffee has strong potential for success in France. The country's cafe culture and growing demand for authentic food experiences create an attractive opportunities for the brand. By adopting a direct exporting strategy, forming strategic local alliance, and implementing a phased market entry approach, Oriental Coffee can minimize risk while gradually build brand awareness and customer loyalty. More than just selling coffee, Oriental Coffee introduced the rich heritage and flavor of Nanyang culture to French consumers. Therefore, France should be viewed not only as a new market, but also as a gateway for future expansion across Europe. With the right partnership, careful execution, and commitment to authenticity, Oriental Coffee can establish a strong European presence and become a globally recognized brand in the world. Thank you.